statement.
Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Looks it in at the 40. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Fullback's got it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. It's caught. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Notre Dame lines up quickly. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Grove. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can...
There he goes. Got the first down and more. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Carpenter. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Hard running there. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Notre Dame right back to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Handoff from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down.
Got it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! The extra point here would tie the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Carpenter. Caught near the sticks, it's Barrett. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
He wants to go deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's McDuffie. Puts him in the spin cycle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
29. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it down the left side. Off to the races. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They want to get this defense on its heels. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilliam. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. With the catch, it's McDuffie. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first.
Running free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Got it in the middle. It's Gilliam. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. From the red zone, looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now,
touchdown Notre Dame! Great job by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game. as they start the drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here come the Irish back on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Running into the open space. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Perez. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. Oh, they are all over him. That never had a chance, and the fake blows up in their face. This offense has it with really good field position. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He'll do it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Michigan! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Russ. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. On the ground, it's Russ. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of screen passes, it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They go to the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. It's complete. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Got a man, it's Russ. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Got it behind the line. It's Perez. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Runs through a tackle. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Absolute shank. Missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Working that left side now. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. He'll keep it himself. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team, you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 12 over Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go to play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Gives it on the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the catch, and he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the 1st down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll try to pass their way in. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made